This is a rather interesting and somewhat, I believe, heavily needed and not yet fully understood conversations that I feel that needs to be had, especially within our community. Mm-hmm. You know, of course, on television growing up, I've heard of hypnotherapists. Mm-hmm. Didn't quite think it was like a real thing, mm-hmm. you know. Mm-hmm. I've never known anybody to be hypnotized, mm-hmm. but contrary, you are a hypnotherapist.
Spiritual hypnotherapist, yes.
Spiritual hypnotherapist.
Yes.
Okay, and your name is Neoshi.
Yes.
I love it. It's just all organic. I feel at peace already. You ain't even been here 10 minutes. Yeah. So you're going to have to, you know, really unwind this to me. I'm going to go ahead and open up the glass. Okay. And you tell us a little bit about what it is that you do. Because I have questions.
Okay, all right. Okay. I got answers. Okay. So, I am, like I said, I'm a spiritual hypnotherapist, but I'm also a clinical hypnotherapist. So my work a lot of times complements the work of mental health professionals like psychologists, psychiatrists, you name it. Okay. So I do get a lot of mental health professionals sending their clients to me when they're unable to assist them with certain things and they think it may be what we call psychosomatic in nature. So just basically meaning there's no other logical cause to what they're experiencing, that it's something of the mind rather than a particular physical symptom or any other cause.
Like the thought process?
Sort of. So pretty much they're mental. Well, when I'm saying mental, because I don't want to confuse people, but they're right. They're emotional, or their emotions or their beliefs, or certain things that they have acquired emotionally from their childhood, that they've held on to and don't even know it.
Trauma,
different types of trauma, or you know, it's like it could literally be from anything, because in my work we don't just work with things that have occurred in this life, but we also work with things that have occurred from past lives. So a lot of times when we're in a session, a client is in hypnosis, I'll have them go back to the root cause of their issue. And that always has them go back to a particular memory. Now that memory sometimes, again, will be from something childhood, et cetera, from this life. But then there's times where, a lot of times, when my clients will go back to a past or previous life where it's like, this is not from my life. I don't know what this is. Yeah. Yeah. And so we explore that. We find out what was going on in that life and how it's connected to what they're experiencing in their life this time around. Yeah.
So now I've heard of people using certain drugs to do that, you know, but there is a natural, organic way of doing it. And that's what you offer.
Exactly.
Yeah. Because I did hear of the shroom therapy, and I'm like, that to me scares the shit out of me.
Yeah. A lot of people, when they hear about my work, they're like, that's kind of like ayahuasca, right? And I'm like, I hear it is. I don't know. I've never done
That's like the Indian way where they...
Yeah.
Don't get me
psychedelics.
Yeah, psychedelics.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
And so, because I remember watching some documentaries on it, and I'm just like, so they use a drug to take you under, and they have to monitor to make sure you come back. That's scary. Mm. But and I'm one of those people. I don't like to be out of control of my body
either.
You want to see me have a panic attack? Mm-hmm. You'll be doing hypnotherapy, helping me to manage panic attacks and anxiety. Right. And is that a part of what you do too? Like if people have, you know, anxiety, high levels of stress, depression.
Absolutely. A lot of my clients come to me, like I said, some of them are recommended from their own mental health professional, for anxiety or depression, or sometimes they'll just come and say, you know, I've been feeling really depressed lately. I don't know what's going on. I can't figure it out. Or I'm just having this extreme anxiety. It could be a particular anxiety or just in general, and they don't know where it's coming from. And we jump into the session. All right, let's see what's happening, where it's coming from. And again, sometimes it'll be from this life, and then sometimes it happens to be another life.
How connected is hypnotherapy to meditation? Because I'm kind of getting some meditation vibes from it. Mm-hmm. So what?
It's not the same.
It's not the same.
No, it's not the same. Meditation is kind of like you close your eyes right now and go into meditation and just relax. But it's hypnotherapy you use hypnosis to tap into the subconscious mind to access those memories, whether it be suppressed or repressed memories, that help you understand, again, what you're going through, because the mind is going to show it to you when you tap into it. You can access that. And so we just use hypnosis to do that.
Okay, walk me through like a typical session. Someone comes to you and they say, I've been suffering from anxiety. I don't know what's going on. I don't know the triggers. Mm-hmm. What is a session like with you?
So, well, of course, I always have prep information. So they will watch this whole about 20, 30-minute video that I send to them to help them understand what hypnosis is. Because a lot of people have misconceptions about what hypnosis is.
I know. I don't know nothing
right?
about it. This is the first time I'm actually meeting someone who does hypnotherapy in person.
Yeah.
So.
And so they will get the whole video on the different misconceptions about what it is, what it isn't, as well as how you might experience it, the different ways you could experience it. And then just instruction, like when you do experience it, this is what you do. Don't because a lot of people, they'll start experiencing certain things and they're like, what the heck is this? And then they start to try to explain it away. Nah, this can't be. Nah. And when they start doing that, then they're allowing that critical analytical mind, the part that I'm talking to right now, will come back, will basically take over and be like, okay, I got this. And whatever information that the subconscious was feeding you, that information that we need to tap into will disappear, because they can't necessarily, one has to have precedence over the other when you're in hypnosis in order to get that information. So, so pretty much I'll give them the prep information. We'll meet. A lot of my sessions are done on Zoom online, but I do have.
You hypnotize somebody through Zoom.
Oh yeah,
that's some fast. I mean, they do it every day with social media.
Yeah, they do. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So 98% of my sessions are done online. And all over the world, I work with people in every.
And what's your website?
NeoshiHypno.com.
Oh, spell that.
NeoshiHypno.com.
And I want the winos to tell me, when you book Neoshi, let me know how legit it is. I wish I had some time to go through a session with you. Because I just want my brain turned off just for 10 minutes sometime, a reset. I come out a whole different person,
right.
Maybe I wake up as a white woman for a day.
Listen, that's funny that you say that, because a lot of my clients are Black women. When they'll usually go to a life where they're a white woman, they're like, why am I a white woman?
Oh my gosh.
This can't be.
So you can literally tap into your past life.
Yeah, they get the visuals sometimes. It's serious. They are emotional. There's crying. This is
Okay, so how long does a typical session take?
My session, I have a signature session that's 3 hours long.
3 hours?
Yeah.
I think I would be asleep.
No, we were talking, and that's funny because a lot of times when my clients, when we're done with the session, they don't remember anything. And when I bring them out of trance, they're like, we done yet? What happened? Did I fall asleep? And I'm like, no, but we were talking on entire 3 hours. What do you mean?
Through Zoom.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm going to try this. I want to do this on Sunday. Look, no, for real. I'm getting ready to go to Africa too, so I'm just I love it because it's kind of my peaceful time. I'm unplugged from social media, and so for me to be hypnotized before I go, to the motherland,
right?
Right. That would be pretty dope. And I've never tried it. I'm willing to try anything as long as I can be woken up. I just hate drugs. So.
But and that's the thing. I always tell my clients, you're this is not mind control. And I know a lot of people, they see Get Out and they're like, oh no. They always think about Get Out.
You know how us Black people,
well,
am I going to be able to get up? I mean, what's this?
Yeah, and I always say you can literally sit up, open your eyes at any moment and say, I won't do this shit no more.
Sometimes it get thick like that and people can't take it.
Well, not that they can't take it, but it will get really emotional, and I'll just redirect them. Listen, basically have them pull away from it so that they're not in that position. They're kind of viewing it from a third person versus I'm in it, and that usually helps them emotionally. But it gets real.
So if they wake up, let's say they're 3 hours down. I'm serious. I'm gonna try one of your sessions.
Okay.
I want to try it because I have a therapist, I have a mentor, but I'm some shit ain't clicking. You know what I'm saying? And I feel sometimes, I don't know if my ancestors are speaking through me. They are.
They are.
But it's like I don't know if there's a block, because, your ancestors will, kind of help to point you in the direction that you're supposed to go.
Let me tell you something.
What's up?
In my sessions, so my signature session is called Shadow Work, Past Life, and Spirit Guides. In that session, we go through, we do shadow work, which is usually the situation that they're coming there for.
Okay.
We'll also go to a past life to see what life is affecting them. And then we'll also speak with the spirit guide, which usually has to be an ancestor, to get guidance and clarity from them. I allow them to ask 15 questions, any questions you have, to get guidance and clarity on whatever's happening in your life, whatever you need direction, whatever.
Is it scary?
It's not. And it's
scary.
So like
if my aunt showed up, oh my God, I would probably shit my pants. Like, what are you doing?
Well, the thing is, it's not like they show up and like you don't see them on the screen.
Okay.
Right?
No.
But I will say, lend your mind and lips to them, and you pretty much do channeling right then and there.
You just gave me chills. So they'll come through you talk.
Yeah, and we'll speak. And then there's another aspect where
girl, now you scared me. Let me think about this some more. Oh my gosh.
Yeah, like if you go to my Instagram, I have a whole bunch of different videos that show a lot of that. Past lives, me speaking to the spirit guides, the ancestors, all of that. And even some spirit attachments. I don't know if you're familiar with that. Have you heard of that?
Demons and shit?
Well, that's what most people might think.
I know, I'm just like...
But no, not though. Like, people have come to me like, can you help me with some exorcism? No, baby, I don't do that. But I will assist with spirit or energy attachments. Sometimes you have energy that attaches to you, energy of maybe loved ones that passed on.
Okay.
Or just random people who saw opportunity and they attached to you. And when they attach to you, they bring their own issues. And then so their own issues are now influencing you in some way.
Okay, I could definitely see that.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I talk to them and help them find out why they're there and then help them go to the light. So a lot of my work is dealing with my client too, but sometimes we find spirit attachments attached to them in different areas, which can attach to any part of your body. And then I'll speak to them, help them gain some resolution, and then send them to the light. Now, sometimes we find some energies that don't want to go.
Like how?
Like they don't want, like this, I've had them tell them, she's mine. I'm not going anywhere. I'm comfortable.
That's not like a demon.
But they're not. Like, when you see, like, sometimes they try to be intimidating, but I'm not afraid of that. Like, I'm protected. My ancestors guide me. They protect me. I got spirit guides protecting me.
But it's like a demon's possessing the person.
I know, but it's not. And some of the videos are actually really funny. Like, some of them, like, there was one of my clients, she's a Black woman, and we found an energy of a white woman who was attached to her. And she was there because she wanted to know what it was like to be a Black woman. She said, girl, you got to go on. Like, she was living her best life in her.
You know what my daughter has said to me?
What?
And I think, like, when I take one of your sessions, I think I'm going to find out. She told me I am a white man in a Black woman's body.
She told you that you are?
She did.
Oh, wow.
And then when I went to my family about it, they was like, she's dead on. You know, kids, we're very, very intuitive. Because I remember I was so intuitive with my mom. I could tell, like, what day she was having. Mm-hmm. I could not see her for a week. And I'd be like, she's going to come home. She's going to say this. She's going to want this. She's going to feel like this. Mm-hmm. And she's so... and I haven't seen her for a week. That's just how bonded our energy was.
Wow.
And for my daughter to say that, and then you're saying that energy can attach to you.
It does. And sometimes they'll attach, and they will be bringing like pain. Let's say we found a spirit attached, let's say to your shoulders, right? Okay. And I'll find out, what are you doing there? They'll tell, hey, well, I'm just kicking it. Well, how long have you been there? I've been here for 10 years or 5 years. Or what was happening with her at the time that you attached to her? Oh, she was going through something. And they always attach to you when you're in a very low vibrational state, right? So if you're going through something, depressed, angry, whatever situation, sometimes we've had, we found spirits that attached to my clients when they were like babies because they had sexual abuse, things of that nature. Yeah. And so they'll tell you, this is what I've been doing. Or so I'll ask, well, since you've been there, how have you been influencing them or affecting them? And they'll say, I've just been maybe blocking them or causing pain in their shoulder or causing anxiety. Like, it's related. It all connects. And so I basically find out what they're doing there, why they're there, what they're bringing, what they brought to my client, how they're affecting them. And then kind of convince them it's time for you to go. And so again, sometimes they're not always ready to go, but more times than often they are ready to go. And I just assist them with going to the light, and I have them take all this shit with them. Excuse me, my bad.
No, you're good. Absolutely.
I have them take all this shit with them, and then they're gone. And once they're gone, I ask my client, how you feel now? Oh my God, I feel so much better. Like immediate, whether it was pain that they were experiencing, weight or fear or what, sadness, anger, whatever, it's gone like that. Migraines.
What?
You name it.
Wow.
Yeah.
This is so interesting. Now, is there training for this that you do, or is this just a
Yes.
gift that you just...
So, well, both.
Like, who trained you?
So, when I tell you that I didn't expect to be doing this work, like when I was in college, like I literally like loved psychology, but I just couldn't see myself in a position to be doing like the typical psychologist, and, you know, the office and tell me about yourself.
I had to say, I'm going to go a little deeper.
No, but this is the thing. Like, I wasn't, like, even when I discovered this work, I was like, I didn't even consider doing it. It was my husband who was like, you would be great at this. And I was just like.
You used to hypnotize him?
No, I
no.
I have, but this is way later.
And in the car, he come out, okay, you said yes and signed the paper.
No, this was way later when he did a session with me, but he was the one that introduced us, like, you should, like, you would be really great. And I was like, I don't know, because, you know, I got my parents, we grew up in a Christian household. And
so they don't believe in it.
Well, I knew that they would be like, you talking about dealing with spirits and this and that, and I don't know, one of these spirits might jump on you. You know, they're very much those people. And so I thought they might disown me. And I was like, oh no. And, you know, I sat, waited for a day or two, and I stepped on it, and Spirit was like, no, this is what we need you to do. Because for years I have been searching for that. Like I had a thriving 6-figure business before that, but I just wasn't happy. I was like, this is not what I'm supposed to be doing. And so when he said that, I was like, I don't know. Although I was amazed with the work. And when I found out about it, like really felt like it was really like, it really resonated with me to the point where I was like watching the videos like morning, noon, afternoon.
Like, how did he know that you had a gift for that though?
So it wasn't, well, I did do training. Okay. Because there is a training to be able to know how to put someone in hypnosis. Yeah. And I actually, and I'm doing training now as well. Like I'm training other people to do the work now, even though I was reluctant. Yeah. I was like, I don't know if I'm really, but Spirit kept pushing me like, no, you have to do this. Like, and long story short, there was one particular session with a client where I was nearly brought to tears. And when I was helping her release something that she had been holding on to for so long, I mean, she was bawling. And usually I can keep my composure with that. But it was like, Spirit was like, do you see now? Do you understand now? This is bigger than you. We need you to train other people to do what you're doing. And so I was just like, all right, fine. Like, oh my God. I get it now. I get it. And when I tell you I was legit near tears, and I never do that in a session, but yeah.
That is incredible. Yeah.
So I did do an initial training online, and then I was like, something's missing. And then I went to a school here in Florida where they do it's like a year program. And so I have 500 hours of practicals and training.
Oh, wow. Yeah. That's intense.
Yeah. It was very intense.
Those are like to be a pilot, you need 1,500 hours, I think, or something like that.
Yeah, it was about 100.
500, that's pretty...
It was about a year of training and practicals, yep. Yeah.
That is, I mean, mind-blowing. Like I said, I've never met anybody that does hypnotherapy. It's kind of one of those things, like, I don't believe in that shit. You know what I'm saying? But it's like, as I get older, a lot of the things that, you know, my aunt and my grandmother and my mom used to talk about, I'm like... You crazy, just superstitious women. And then now I'm older, I'm like, what are they talking about?
That's what they talk about.
It's not superstitious.
It's not.
Like there's some real shit.
It is.
Going on.
It is.
And it's like, I feel like it's like energy balls or energy pockets or
so many
waves. And you can get stuck in them.
Absolutely. And the thing about it, you know, our community, a lot of people, they're not open to therapy. Because they feel like, well, a lot of them don't look like us, for one, or what they think. There are a lot of us, but a lot of them don't typically look like us. And then there's this cliche about, you only go to therapy if you're having, if you're crazy and this, that, and the other, you have a mental disorder. And it's like, it's not that. Like, everybody like has some type of trauma. It don't always have to be like small, like big trauma, like, like I was abused or whatever. Sometimes it's just small things, like when I was little, kids teased me because of the size of my forehead. I don't know, right? And that made me feel a certain way, low self-esteem, things of that nature. That's something that needs to be tackled, because that can show up in other parts of your life and start affecting you in other ways. So whether it be, relationships and you're not feeling comfortable with yourself, so, you start to act a certain way with your spouse or a loved one, or it's showing up in other areas of maybe career-wise, and you're not going for certain things because your self-esteem is affected. Like, it can literally show up in any way, and you can be blocking yourself and not even know you're doing it.
How much is a typical session?
There's three different types of sessions.
Okay.
My signature session, I don't know if I want to say that, because I'm not cheap.
The winos are.
Well,
have it.
I'm gonna say this.
No, I'm telling you, the winos have it.
Let me say this. The 3-hour session is $675.
Okay.
But I also say this, I'm always booked at least 3-4 months in advance.
Damn.
Yeah.
But I mean, if it's something not transformational, and it's not, how many sessions does someone typically need?
Well, we do a lot in one session. Now, we don't fix your whole life.
I get it.
We ain't gonna do that. But we do a lot in one session.
I'm sure it'll be 2-3 years in advance.
Right.
Ahead, yeah.
Right. So we do a lot in one session. But it just depends on what you want to work on and how many layers there are, how deep it is. Now, I have clients come back every other month, because I'm like, we can do this. Let's continue the work, but you need to do the work in between these sessions.
So you give them homework?
Yes, they have homework. Like when I talked about the spirit guide Q&A, like we talked to the guides, they ask questions like, what's my purpose in this life? What career is in alignment with my purpose? What are my spiritual gifts? How do I grow my business? Do I have any financial blocks? If so, how do I release them? Or like literally anything you think of. How do I mend my relationship with my mom? How do I heal from this sexual trauma that I experienced X amount of years ago? Should I move? If so, where should I move to? Like literally any question you have about any area of your life, they have it, and they'll get the answers, and the guides will say, "This is what you need to do."
So, do you write it down when the guide?
It's recorded.
Oh shit!
So they get a video. They get a whole video record. Yeah. And I have a YouTube channel. You can kind of see it.
Man, I got it.
I got over 200.
So they don't even know they're answering their own questions till they wake up. Pretty much.
Some of them, don't even realize it. But there's I have a YouTube channel with over 200 videos with client sessions. Okay. You can see all of that.
What's the name of your YouTube channel?
Neoshi Hypno, the same.
Okay, Neoshi Hypno.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I gotta tell you, I'm floored. I'm very intrigued. I love to try new things. As long as like I said, I'm not under the influence of anything, but some wine, of course.
Right. But, I even say no wine. Like some people are like, can I smoke a joint? And I'm like, no.
But no, I'm excited. Let me see if I can get in your calendar before. Maybe I can use my little celebrity to get in. I hate doing that. Sometimes I gotta pull that card.
I know.
No, seriously, and I love to tape it and see, I'm an open book when it comes to, kind of what I do here on this platform and stuff, and a lot of things that I've been through. So it'd be interesting to kind of see what's recorded and who's talking.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, we could.
Like who's inside me, because sometimes I don't even be knowing. Like I'll I'll watch my videos and I'm like, who's that?
Mm.
You have a lot of people do like.
Well, yeah, they're like, or
because I literally watch my videos on social media and I'm like, why do these people like me again? Like, and then I look and I'm like, I said that. Like, so it's a totally different energy when I'm working, as opposed to, because I could be tired, I could be, groggy, I can, be sick, and I could still turn on like nothing has happened, and do a full show or double shows, and as soon as the show is over, I go back to being tired and sick. It's like I wake up as another person. It's weird.
Your session would be interesting.
Seriously? Don't scare me.
No, I don't mean to scare you.
Why you say, well,
No, I just because of what you just said, like because you're two different people. Is what you're saying. It's kind of like you're like, when I'm working, I'm this person, and when I'm not,
but
I'm
it's
this
like
person.
I don't even realize it. That's the thing. You know what I'm saying? Like now I'm having, this is like Latasha Kiwi talking to you, not Tasha K.
Right.
You know? But when I go into Tasha K mode, I don't know who that is. I promise you. It's like I'll see the videos.
Alter ego.
Yeah, I don't even know. So I'll see the videos come. I'm like, I said that. Like, I don't even talk like that to my family or my husband or anything. You ask me to bust a joke on the spot, I can't do it.
Can't do it.
No, like that's why I was like, people are like, you're a comedian. I'm like, no, because if you ask me to write a joke, I can't write a joke. What I do is just I grab a microphone and I turn into something else. So you know what that is, but you can't tell me, huh?
No, it's not that I know what it is. I mean, we could explore what that is in a session.
Lord Jesus, I thought maybe I ain't have to go down.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go. No, seriously, I really, really want to try. I'm excited about this.
Okay.
I'm excited to see what the winos say about it too, because I think I'll put it out.
Okay, that'd be cool. We could do a VIP session for you.
Okay.
Yeah, I have a VIP, and that may be the way for me to fit you in, because the VIP sessions are usually done on my days off, and I do like 1 or 2 a month.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But those are way more expensive.
And then I'll just be like, I'm going under Hypno, and oh God, I'm scared to see what I'll because I got a lot of shit in the family. You understand?
Right.
The ancestors is tricky. Yeah.
Listen, I've had some clients and the ancestors are pissed off for them because they're like, she hard-headed or he hard-headed, because I have some guys who come on as clients too.
Yeah.
But they are pissed and they're telling them off. You stupid. What are you not? Like, they're literally like, what is going on? Like, what is wrong with you?
What?
Like, they're arguing that, what is wrong with you? You acting like you're stupid. You ain't stupid.
Yeah.
But that's how you acting. Like, you know what you need to do. Stop playing with me. Like, that's their energy. And not all of them, but a good number of them who are like fed up. Like, listen, you won't listen.
I had something happen the other day. I've realized it. I don't know. I guess I was blocked off to my grandmother, which is my mom's mom. Mm-hmm. Right. My great grandmother, I love her to death. Like, she used to pray for me all the time. Mm-hmm. But then my grandmother, she was a woman who had a lot of problems, you know. And I remember her telling me when my daughter was 2, and I went to see her, and she had Alzheimer's. She was at the beginning stages of Alzheimer's. Mm-hmm. And she asked me, she was like, Tasha, because she had a very soft voice, even softer than yours.
Really?
Yes, and her name was Cosette. And she'd be like, Tasha, what are you going to do with your life? And I remember telling her my daughter was 2, I was like, oh, I'm just going to be a restaurant manager. You know, and I'm thinking I made it in life. You know, she was a chef. And I used to remember her making these watermelon kind of bowls and cake, swimming pool cakes. You know, she was an amazing, like, artistic chef. Like, it was just a gift. And I kind of looked up to her for that, even though I didn't know how to bake or anything. And I was like, why she never taught me how to cook? I used to be so mad at her. She would never let us come in the kitchen. And so I remember asking her, and I was like, yeah, I'm going to be a restaurant manager. You know, they make about $60 a year. And she was like, no, you're not. And I was like, yes, I am. And she was like, no, you're not. You're not going to be. She just went off. And I was like, and I remember I was so heartbroken. I was so crushed because I had worked so many years in the restaurant industry just to get to the manager position, because a lot of them come in with degrees and they get the management positions. But I had learned every aspect of the business.
Worked your way up.
And worked my way up, and she was shot it down. And I remember holding on to some things that I went through when I was under her care, you know, like molestation and stuff. And I was just like, you know, and her calling me a liar. And I know it had a lot to do with just the not wanting to accept it. And I was there. I know what happened, you know, I was doing it. And, you know, she was at work all the time. And it just kind of was a last blow for me.
Yeah.
And then recently, in the last 2 months, I was laying on my bed, and it was after I was done praying, because I'm Buddhist, so I chant. Nam yo renge kyo. And her voice came in my head, because when we chant during our prayers, we have to give honor and summon the ancestors.
Mm-hmm.
And so I summoned her even though I did not like this woman. I did not like her. And then one day her spirit just came over me and was like, I told you you weren't going to be a restaurant manager.
Oh.
And I said, bitch. Oh my God. Like, and I carry so much hatred for this woman.
Really?
Her daughter still carries, like, not my mom, but my other aunt, who were around the same age, because it was like her baby daughter. Like, and she was like, my mama took me through so much. And then I remember calling her and I was like, Lee, I think she was trying to talk to us. Like, because she just came to talk to me. And she was like, what you mean? I was like, you know how much I hated her. I hated her. I felt like she didn't protect me. She didn't want my best interest. And then, you know, she just kind of came and laughed in my face. Like, I told you wasn't going to be a restaurant manager. Because I felt like a failure.
Yeah.
You know? So.
Well, we can help you with that in a session too.
I know.
Releasing all of that. And you can even talk to her because maybe she didn't mean it in that way.
She didn't. I know. Yeah. It's just the way we talk. Like, and I do it in my videos.
Yeah.
I'm like, people be like, you're so harsh. Like, and then, you know, especially the celebrities, I wanted to beat your ass. I wanted to murder you. And then when they see me, they're like, you were so right. You know, like, it's like I'm flawed and I talk shit. But it's like I mean it from a very, very good space, you know? And so it's going to be interesting to see what my session is like. I'm actually pretty excited about it. Yeah. Yeah. I'm going to take advantage of that VIP celebrity because I'm due to go to the motherland and I want to go over there at least a little bit free. Yeah. You know? So
I do these group past life regression parties too on Zoom. I just had one.
What do you mean?
Yeah. Like, so it's basically it's a group of people and they go on into hypnosis at the same time. And so what we do is I basically guide them into, and it's kind of like a way for them to get their feet wet and to experience hypnosis and see if they want to go into maybe a one-on-one session to get deeper. But I guide them through 2 past lives and the life in between lives and then the future. But it's like, I don't do shit for fun. Like, everything is for a reason, but it's all to help them understand the connections to their life today.
Now, does energy tend to bounce in the group sessions?
What do you mean when you say that?
Like, because you know how I'm very repeat, but you know, I kind of figured when I was a kid, like how I could tap into my mom's like mood. I tap into moods all day by interviewing people, watching people, reading about people. So me being in a room with a bunch of people, like I never did group classes. I could never do cheerleading. I could never do anything group wise because I tapped into people's energy too much. Do you have a lot of energy? Like if someone's going through something and it's more traumatic than the person next to them, does that kind of affect like the meditation? How would that work out?
So in the group regression, it's not like the one-on-one sessions. Like I said, everybody goes into hypnosis at the same time. So I'm not able to go to each individual because it's sometimes a group. Well, the most I've done is like 50 people, but sometimes
50. That's a lot of damn people.
Yeah, so yeah. Yeah, so you can see why I'm not able to kind of go through each person.
Yeah.
But the last one I did last week was about 30 something people. And so we'll just kind of have them I'm guiding them through their lives and they're just taking note of what's happening. And when they're done, then they kind of share what happened. I had someone post the other day, another YouTuber, I forget her name right now. And she talked about she was in the group regression and she kind of shared her experience, etc. I didn't even know that, I don't know who comes to the regressions, but she shared her experience and talked about what it was, etc. And then sometimes I think her experience was similar to what someone else experienced in their past life. Like there was some aspects of it that was like connecting. Like, for example, there's some times where a lot of the people who are in the group regression, they might experience the same type of life. So maybe like a life when they were underwater, like mermaids or like I've had people like they've had lives, all kind of things. Like the most recent animal was an eagle from a client I had last week.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. And then like all types of things. But sometimes, the energy, I think people, I don't know if I would say that they're bouncing off of the energy. I think everything is, Like, there's no such thing as coincidences. I believe in synchronicities. So I always say everybody who's in that group regression is there for a reason. There's energies that, maybe they need to, speak and connect or something of that nature, but they'll have similar lives. And then they'll start talking like, oh my God, like I saw that too, And so, I wouldn't say that it bounces off in that way, but yeah, some people will experience similar things in regressions. It's not all the time, but it does happen. Yeah.
Okay. Listen, I'm excited. Like I said, is there anything else that we should know about this? Like before we close up? Cause I'm just eager to get started. Like real talk.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, not much. I mean, I think we kind of touched on everything in terms of, how the sessions flow, the different things that we do in a session. I would just say, like I said, I usually booked a couple months in advance. Right now, I'm booking January and February. So usually it's a longer wait, but right now it's prime time.
Oh, because everybody's moving into the new year.
Yeah.
And they want.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. So prime time, I think there's maybe like a few days left for January, and then February dates are going as well. But I would say if anybody who comes, and this is another thing, you mentioned like sexual trauma and abuse when you were younger. A lot of times I have clients come to me and they've experienced the same, and they won't talk about it because I always ask, like, is there anything else that you think I need to know that might come up? Anything? And I already,
right, because
95% of my clients have had sexual trauma. It really is like an epidemic. Like I didn't even realize as many people were going through this until I started doing this work. I was just like, this is crazy. Even the men are victims.
I believe
as children, it's crazy.
I believe it.
And they won't say anything, and then it comes up, and they're like, "Oh my God, I thought I was over that. I thought I had," or they thought they swept it under the rug, and they weren't expecting it to come up, and it gets intense. So I'll say, you come to a session with me, be ready to do the work, because I'm gonna hold you accountable. I really do. Like, there's no. Like, a lot of times...
Crying, kicking and screaming and shit.
Listen, yes, there is a lot of that. A lot of times people will come in and I will see, like, they'll go to a memory, and then they're trying to hold it in. I'm like, we're not doing that. Let it out. We're about to talk about, we going into this.
Oh.
Let's get into it. And they would try to hold back those tears, and I can see it. I can tell when they're holding it, and Spirit is like, they got this, dig into this. And so... I do use some of my gifts. I'm not a psychic.
Okay.
But I do have gifts of very strong intuition. Spirit does speak to me in the sessions. I work with my clients' guides as well. And they will guide me to do this, that. So we kind of move here and there and everywhere. But yeah, just expect to get to do the work. Like, I'm going to hold you accountable for it.
Okay.
Yeah.
I listen. I'm very intrigued. I'm super, like I said, super excited to try it. I remember asking you when we first started, I was like, is this how you talk all the time? And you were like, yeah. And I'm like, okay, she's a hypnotherapist. So your voice is trained to calm people down. And I'm like, I already feel calm here.
But that's the thing. My voice has always been this way naturally. It's not even that I was trained to do that. Like, I didn't get training in that. That's part of one of my gifts, actually, I believe, because I've always had this very and it's funny because my parents would be like, why are you speaking so low? Speak up. I can't hear you. Mm-hmm. It would be always that type of voice. But I was just like, I thought you could hear me. I thought I'm speaking loud. What do you mean? Like, what are you saying? And later down the line, Spirit was like, this is why you have that voice. This is part of the gifts that you need to use.
I'm telling you, I'm already feeling like I'm about to be hypnotized right now by you talking to me. Like,
yeah.
No, but thank you so much, Neoshi.
My pleasure.
Please tell again where everybody can find you, book you, reserve their space, first come, first serve, of course. And
right.
Group sessions. Is it still a long time too for group sessions?
I usually do every few months. The next one is in, I think, February next year. Okay. So it's not often. I do maybe a couple a year. Okay. And those seats are limited. But you can find me at Neoshi Hypno at neoshihipno.com. Okay. Or email me at neoshi@neoshihypno.com. But all the sessions are booked online on my website at neoshihypno.com. So you got to go through there. And I've worked with other celebrities, not football. I'm not going to say what it was. It's not football, but other athletes and other multimillionaire CEOs and things of that nature.
Okay.
And a couple of musical artists. So I have NDAs if needed, because I know a lot of people like, well, I don't want it in my business, and then it ends up when you're recording it and then it's out there.
I be telling people, put it on the internet. It's a free internet. Let's talk about it. Yeah.
So I but because I know how people are, you know, they're going through some of the their personal shit, and so I understand they don't want it out there, and so I do have NDAs available for that. But I'm sorry. I don't know if
That's
I answered
okay.
your
No,
question.
no, that was great. No, because we have a lot of celebrities and multimillionaires and CEOs that watch our show all the time. And so that's good for them to know that, you know? So I think it's amazing. So that you offer that, because a lot of people don't consider that. But neoshihypno.com, if you want to email, do you answer? I mean, your emails come straight to you, or are you just kind of one of those?
No, they come straight to me. I have access to them. I look at them. But email would probably be the best way. But you can also find me on Instagram at Neoshi Hypno Soul Healing. And again, on YouTube, I have over 200 videos of different snippets of client sessions, and they're always shared with my clients' permission, their blessing.
Okay. I know you do. Yeah. Take that down. And please send us a few videos too that we can insert into this. Okay. Because I'm excited.
Is it daytime or nighttime?
It's daytime.
Are you inside or outside?
Outside.
Are you alone or with others?
I'm alone.
Do you feel male or female?
Male.
You feel young or old?
Young.
How old?
18.
18. Mm-hmm. And what's the temperature like there in that place?
It just feels cold.
It's cold. What are you wearing?
Nothing.
Nothing. What are you wearing on your feet?
Shoes.
Mm-hmm. What color is your skin?
Turquoise.
What color is your skin?
Turquoise.
Your skin is turquoise.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. Describe your face and your hair.
I feel like a fish.
Repeat that.
I feel like a fish.
You feel like a fish. Mm-hmm.
I feel like I have scales on my face.
Scales on your face. Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Describe your eyes.
They're brown.
Brown. Mm-hmm. What about your mouth? Describe your mouth.
My neck.
Your mouth.
I was trying to get a grasp of your business. I was like, it's better if she just tells me, so that I can, discover. Because I love to discover with my winos. Like, we're just kind of one big family. And thank you again for taking time out of your busy schedule to come out and kind of give us this gift. Because I do feel like it is a gift that you're sharing and that you should charge for. Okay, because that's how you're gonna keep giving it.
Right.
The gift that keeps on giving. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Happy holidays.
Most definitely. You too.
And look at the camera and say, now you gotta go. Bye.
Now you gotta go. Well, now I gotta go.
Yes.
Bye.
Bye. Thank you so much.
All right.